Hello and welcome back to the second episode in the series. In this episode, as I promised in the last episode, I will be building a rocket slash gunpowder farm. This is basically, it's not my own design. I've kind of smorgasborded a bunch of other designs together to make my own big farm. It is fully automatic. The only problem is the material list is quite extensive, so in the beginning of this video, we're making a combination of farms. And the first one on that list is definitely a cobblestone farm. I just want to say this is actually recorded after the fact, after I've already recorded the rest of the video, and I am aware it has been quite long since I'm just starting the editing process, and it's already been 3 weeks since I published the video. I just want to apologize for how long it's taken. I have had a mix of just work, not really feel like editing, and also just, yeah, a bit of a lack of motivation, but I'm back. And I also just want to thank you guys so much. I think right now the video is on about 2.4 thousand views. It recently got an uptick of like 400 more views over the last week, which is just still insane how it's still getting views. So I just want to thank every single person who's watched it, liked it, subscribed, commented, anything. And yeah, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. Also, I want to give a very big appreciation to my one and only Patreon member, Hamad Ashir. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, but you are the first and only person to subscribe to my Patreon, which is insane because I only put it in the description and at the very end of the 30-minute long video last time. So I just want to thank you so much for supporting me. It means so much as well, and I'm not going to become one of the people to promote everything I've got, but if you do want to support me, my Patreon is in the description. It has 3 different tiers. I'll put them on screen with what rewards they have, but you get videos early. If you are Iron tier or above, you get all my schematics that I use, and if it is requested, I will be uploading each of these schematics individually for houses if you want them. They all have custom interiors if you want. So if just say you want this house for your build, you can get it, or if you want just the castle, just let me know in the DMs. Also, I will put my Discord on screen. If you want to message me, you don't have to be a Patreon member, but if you just want to talk, ask questions about the videos, anything like that, I'll be so happy just to talk to anybody who wants to talk about anything. Again, I just want to say thank you so much. And yeah, so again, special thanks to my Patreon member, but let's get into the video. We're starting with the cobblestone farm. Okay, so we finished the cobblestone farm here. It was a bit more annoying than I expected because the design I had, the tripwire mechanic for the clock decided to break in 1.21 because I removed disarming tripwires. Oh my lord. It is not safe here. The tripwire mechanic of disarming, which is the same thing that makes this string duper work, which I don't even show in the video because it broke. Now it doesn't even work anymore. Yeah, so I just have to quickly modify that with the updated version and do that. And for some reason, I don't know where my shovel is, so I just have to dig with my pork chop. Okay, so, I mean, it definitely is working. We look in the chest, all of that is filling up, so 50, let me do the math real quick. I need 20,000. I am going to extend the storage because we need about, I'd say 30,000 to be comfortable with the amount that we have for the crypt farm and then also the witch farm that I plan on building next. Okay, so we finished the cobblestone farm here. It was a bit more annoying than I expected because the design I had, the tripwire mechanic for the clock decided to break in 1.21 because I removed disarming tripwires. Oh my lord. It is not safe here. And I think I've just blown up the farm, cause, oh no, it seems to still be running. Okay, good. So yeah, the tripwire mechanic of disarming, which is the same thing that makes this string duper work, which I don't even show in the video because it broke. Now it doesn't even work anymore. So I just have to quickly modify that with the updated version and do that. And for some reason I don't know where my shovel is, so I just have to dig with my pork chop. Alright, so this is actually recorded like a bit after, so I've already finished the entire video, and this is the witch farm. I made this storage, which I thought was going to be good enough, but it's just been like the worst, and now that I'm just kind of in the editing stages, I think I can kind of just make this a bit better, because this storage, like, the original problem I had was that the items were coming in too quickly, so it was breaking the storage, and that was happening all the time. So then I started buffering the items, and then that didn't work as well because the clocks were too slow, and it was just so bad. And but I found a schematic for a better version of it, and I'm basically just going to work on that now. I'm going to start a time lapse. I've got all the materials here. I didn't bother really making a time lapse. I think like material gathering can get a bit boring, so I just got this here. I'm just going to start a time lapse, and I'm just going to build the storage for the witch farm. Alright, as you can see here, we have finished. You can see by the time lapse, I completely took out this and added this. I mean, it's not my design. I'll leave a link in the description for all the farms and stuff that I use here, but basically how it works is the first two are crafters for redstone, so they get put in here and they get put into the shulkerbox packer. The shulkerbox packer probably isn't necessary, but it does produce quite a lot, so maybe it is. I think it produces like maybe 900 redstone blocks per hour, so maybe it is useful, just for conserving space. And then this third one, auto crafter for glowstone, as you can see here, puts it in here. I'm not sure why it's a double chest, just I guess because it can be. Gunpowder here, which we don't need because we'll be building the gunpowder farm, or when I'm recording this I already have, but yeah, we'll be building the gunpowder farm for that, so we won't need that. Bottles, this will be useful for like bee farms and stuff. Sticks, just, I don't know, they're just there. And then also spider eyes. So in the schematic that I had, it was 2 bottles here instead of just the spider eye, but spider eyes are useful for making potions and stuff. So I thought might as well. I don't think sugar is very necessary, so I might as well keep that. But I am gonna actually AFK here for a bit, just while I'm away from my computer, and just see how much we can get. Yeah, that's going to be a slight problem. I think all I need to do is place slabs there. Oopsies. Oh, wait, this is perfect. Hold on. We needed a zombie. I can't believe how perfect this is. We need a zombie for the farm, and there's just a zombie right here. Come on, buddy. We can get him in here. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Alright, now I'm gonna block this off temporarily so he can't die. And then, actually, I think what I'm gonna do is, annoyingly, I'm gonna have to kill this guy. Actually, what I can do is I can just get this guy here instead in a second. Oh no, he's in the farm, of course he is. Yeah, that makes sense. So I should have the coordinates for a villager, for a village. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just found 2 ancient debris. That is actually insane, what the hell? Okay, I don't think we have enough, yeah, I don't have any spare, but damn, yeah, I don't even have full nether area, so that's gonna be very good. Okay. That's so rare, I wanna know the odds of that. I'm at Y59, I'm at such a, and I got 2 as well, that's just ridiculous, I've never seen that, that's insane. Alright, so, oopsies, I think this should be the area, hopefully. Hopefully it is. Oh, I see what I've done. Oh my goodness gracious. That's really annoying. Wait, no. Okay, so I'm a bit confused because this should have linked up. I thought maybe what happened was I got the coordinates wrong and then it linked up. I thought I might have put in the, yeah. What? Okay, so the exact coordinates I need is 222. Alright, yes, the exact coordinates I need are 222 for the z-axis and then 76 for the x-axis. So I don't know why, I guess it's just really close to my base, like it's only like a few hundred blocks away, but it's like still, that's such insane luck that it would link up to my other portal. That is just ridiculous. Okay. Hopefully, actually I'll pick up these signs quite decent. Yeah, we're gonna fix this. All we should need to do is put some slabs in and it should stop it from despawning, freezing. So we're gonna go to 76 and then 222. And we should, all we need to do is move the portal and that should give us the amount of room that we need. Because it's... Now, this should be the right coordinates for it. Should be basically right on top. There's no way it puts us back. Okay, well, I think we would be right on top. Okay, once again, I've completely boofed it. I'm using chunk base, and there's options for version differences, and turns out I have used the village seed finder for 1.18 instead of 1.21, so it's just completely wrong. So I found the next village, it's not too far away, it's fine, it's just gonna be a bit annoying. Okay, so finally, after the, third attempt, finally found a village. Yeah, this should be all we need. Yeah, there's quite a lot. The savannah ones, they're a bit annoying to look at, but luckily they'll be shunned away in the mountains, so we don't have to worry about that. I think, just for my insanity, I am gonna move this portal, I think what I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to extend this bridge a bit because it's very precarious. The boat only needs one block, but I think just for safety, might as well. Actually, I'll just do it for the first few blocks. Doesn't really need to be all of it, it's fine. I don't really see any gas around, so it should be fine. The other thing we do have to do is place carpets around. I'll drop that in for you guys there. I think what I actually want to do is I want to extend that up a bit. Oh, okay. Alright, so after a bit of time, the villager has grown up, and as you can see, the farm is actually working perfectly. I think I've made the like spawn protection perfect, so no iron golem should be getting out. This is raised up so villagers won't die, and our zombie is stuck in here. So I don't actually think this farm works during the day, which is kind of unfortunate. But still, we are getting iron, and we don't need too much. We need about probably 14, 15 stacks, probably a bit more than that. But what's good is I can kind of just AFK here while doing other stuff, and I don't have to worry about it. So I think I'm just going to AFK for a bit. I also made this little structure. It's not really decorated very much, but I've just added like a little igloo kind of thing with some lanterns so I don't die, and just so I can watch this. Okay, so at this point, we've got everything done, right? And the original plan was to have the music that's playing in the background currently was supposed to be for the time-lapse, and it was going to be similar to last video where it's like, you know, beat, synced, edit, really cool, whatever. The only problem is, it's been about a month and a half since I published my last video, and this has been the main reason I haven't worked on the video, just because of, you know, how annoying beat syncing is, especially with this song. So, I'm sorry, I'm going to use this song in the future at some point, but I really just need to get this video out just to publish something. So yeah, I don't think the material list gathering is very important. I think it's quite boring, and I don't think this would really be a very good use of time. So I'm just going to play the next time lapse, which is building of the creeper farm itself. So it's been about 2 days since I finished the creep farm, and as you can see, all of it is completely done. I mean, you could see it in the time lapse, but I've had a good chance to play around with it AFK. I did record this explanation section already, but I didn't have my mic on like Indeed. So I'm just going to briefly explain how it works. So this is a snow golem based creeper farm. So basically what happens is the creepers get attacked by these snow golems. They'll fall down here. Similar to the cat method, but basically the complete opposite, where they get attracted instead of drawn away from. Then all of the drops go through this redstone clock. The drops make their way up here. And so there's two modes to this farm. There's rocket mode and then just gunpowder and sugarcane mode. So this is currently in rocket mode, so you can see the drops are going up here into this, and once it fills up completely, it will distribute over here, which you can see here at auto crafters. And if we click the button to make it into gunpowder mode, it just pushes this like piston back, so it goes into here, which goes into the shulker back. As you can see, this is full because I ran out of shulker boxes, so it's kind of just overfilling right now. Then the next part, of course, is the sugarcane. So this is 8 layers of sugarcane farm that I'll leave in the description. The pressure plate right here that you stand on, I've made it anti-break proof. I don't even know. I've made it break proof, basically. So once you stand on here, it retracts this piston, which starts this ether hopper clock, into another ether hopper clock, which has a total time of 8 minutes. And then when it sends the signal back, it'll send a wireless signal down here. Sorry, an instant signal that'll go up here. It'll trigger the bubble columns to change from bubble columns to regular. It'll activate all of these, which will then activate the stuff, and then the water streams will go up here. And then, similar to the gunpowder, it has its own thing, so you can change it here. I actually haven't had the separate mechanism because I needed the sugarcane originally just to get the farm, like just to fill up all the layers. But I can remove that in a second. So it'll go down here, send through this minecart, which only needs 1 item, and then all of these auto crafters once I get items. And then this is a accessible shulker packer, so they're all 2 times hopper speed, I believe. Maybe not, but I'm pretty sure they're 2 times hopper speed. So I'll leave a link in the description. Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll leave a link to the Discord server that I got this from. Yeah, basically why I prefer something like this over traditional shulker packers is once there's a shulker box in here, you can look in here to see the items, so you can take out as many as you need just quickly. This thing is honestly way too overkill and efficient. I'll show you what I mean. So in just one night of AFKing, plus all the loss we got from running out of shulker boxes, all of these are full, and then all of these double chests up to this point have been filled with rockets completely, so it's just an insane amount. And then also, oh no, I did remove that. And then there's also all of these are completely full. So in short, in one AFK session, I have got more rockets than I'm going to need for a very long time, which I guess is a good thing, but it also was just a bit of a waste of time, which led to this episode taking a lot longer than I needed to. But there's something else I promised in the last episode. I promised a bunch of things, but the only one I'm really going to keep for this episode, because I just want to get it out, is building a build for each of the farms. So I'm going to show you the time lapse now. I decided to build the mud farm up, so I have a build for the mud farm now. And as you can see from the time lapse, this is the building. It's obviously not like the best thing ever created. I didn't have any reference images, so I just kind of went off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm alright with it. It also has a lot of empty space, obviously, because I didn't really want to fill just it for no reason. But if you come in here, use the mod farm like normally. This is the output of the farm, and if you come in here, this is the input where you put all the dirt. And yeah, so it's just a nice little building. It's obviously not great, like it's not the best building I've ever built, but it does look loads better than what, you know, just the bare farm by itself. So yeah, I've got that. Next episode, I was actually going to also do a 2-in-1 and design that, but I ran into troubles because of the TNT systems in it. It was blowing up the design, and I just couldn't really be bothered trying to figure out a way around that. But yeah, so I think that I'll do it for today's episode. I've also lit up this area around here, so all of this is completely spawn-proof now, so we don't have to worry about, you know, villagers dying in the future when I do end up getting villagers in here. I do want to sort this storage, but that's kind of, I've got so much on my list right now that it's not really a priority. So I think I'm just going to end this video. I just want to say, especially if you've made it to this point, thank you very much. Thank you to anybody who watched this. The last video got like 2.1 thousand views, which was just absolutely insane. So if you enjoyed this video, I'm not going to pressure you, but if you did enjoy it and you want to subscribe, that is totally up to you. We gained, I think, 60 subscribers in the last video, which I'm just so thankful for. I'm almost at 100 now. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.